Sombinomina, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4, and Havertz finally scored. That is the title of this video. Havertz finally scores. I can't believe it. Look, what a perfect day. And basically, I can't lie, not just perfect day for Arsenal, perfect day for the whole football club in the sense that Man City lost and Manchester United lost as well. I couldn't believe it. This is genuinely the perfect day. What are the odds of this? Genuinely, what would the odds be of Arsenal winning, having had all the injuries, all the talk before the game saying, oh, Rice might be out, Saka might be out, Saliba might be out, Vieira's going to be out, etc. All this talk about these players injured. We end up winning 4-0. And at the same time, Man City and Manchester United both lose. Overall, a perfect day in the office for Arsenal Football Club. I am absolutely delighted with how things went. Let's talk about the game, because going into the game against Bournemouth, I remember saying in my preview that despite all the injuries and all the players that I expected to be missing in this game, the likes of the Sakas, the Salibas, I thought there was no way they were touching the field. I thought they were injured at least until the Man City game. But for some reason, they made a complete recovery in time. So big up the training staff, what they did there. I don't know if they did some dodgy magic or I'm not complaining. They were back in time. What a performance overall, though. What a fantastic performance. I said, though, before, I said Bournemouth is the perfect type of game, man. When you've got a lot of injuries, when you've got a little bit of a rough patch at the club, you want to play a team like Bournemouth or a Burnley, because they're just a little bit soft. It's just the way they are. You don't want to play a team like Liverpool now. Do you get what I mean? So it was a perfect type of game against Bournemouth. They've been struggling themselves recently, and we absolutely took them to the cleans. I thought it was a fantastic performance, man. Absolutely fantastic. I thought we took the game out of scruff of the neck. We were fast. We were frantic. We were moving the ball quickly from left to right. And our first goal was a brilliant play, man. Ball whipped in. Gabriel Jesus getting the header off the post. And who's there on the line to score? Bukayo Saka. Fantastic finish. The one thing I will say about Arteta, though, I think he should have taken off Saka fairly quicker than he did. I think there was no need for Saka to play 70, 75 minutes. No need whatsoever, man. But here's the thing, right? I do want to say about Bukayo Saka is that he always seems to hobble off games injured anyway. So I won't go into it too much, thinking that Saka's got a long-term injury. But obviously, it wasn't the main thing. Obviously, it's not a good sign that Saka's come off again due to injury. I don't think he should have gone on that long. As soon as Havertz made it 3-0, the sub should have been coming straight through, man. Tomiyasu, Reece Nelson, Vieira, Smith Rowe should have been on as soon as the game went to 3-0, man, because the game was over at that stage. Speaking of goals, our second goal came with a penalty, Stonewall penalty as well. I don't know what Max Aarons was doing. The way I look at it is this, right? I was watching the game with my dad, and he was saying, right, the ball comes to Nketiah on the left-hand side. In our last game against Tottenham, Nketiah had the ball in basically the same area on the other side of the goal, and he completely missed. Why is Aaron slide tackling there? Look at the personnel. It's not Messi. It's not Harry Kane. It's not Haaland. It's not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Eddie Nketiah. Just stay on your feet. There's no need to slide tackle there. He did and gave away a penalty. And Ødegaard, I mean, it's Ødegaard and Saka playing ring of roses. Who's going to take the penalty, right? Obviously, it went to Ødegaard and beautifully dispatched. That was 2-0. At that point, I was confident. I was thinking, yeah, this game's basically over. Coming out into the second half, I wanted to get a couple more goals, though, because goal difference is an important thing. Trust me, guys. I mean, we saw Newcastle beat Sheffield United 8-0. Goals can fly through in Premier League matches. And a lot of games this season, although we've been winning them, we've not been comfortably winning them, at least on the score sheet, at least. So it was very important, at least in my eyes, to win a game convincingly 3-4, 5-0 to show we can win games in that type of way. We've shown we can grind out results. We beat Everton 1-0, we beat Palace 1-0, etc. So we've shown the ability to grind out away wins. But to be able to win convincingly away from home, at least on the score sheet, I will still yet to see that. So another fantastic win. That's 3 away wins in a row in the Premier League this season. 3 clean sheets in a row away in the Premier League this season. Our away form's perfect, guys. Our away form is absolutely fantastic. I don't feel worried defending. I feel really confident going forward. I just wish we could replicate that at home. I don't know what it is, man. There seems to be some kind of disconnection between our home form and away form, at least defensively. So if we can fix that, we look like a proper good team this season. Trust me, guys. We're already a really good team, but if we can fix our home form, we can fly up the table, man. I'm telling you, I genuinely believe we can, because the away form's harder than the home form. Away games are always meant to be harder than home games. So I just don't get why we struggle so much at home, especially in keeping clean sheets. But away from home, we've got laser tunnel vision focus. So something that needs to be fixed on the training ground, clearly. Then the third goal came about for another penalty. Stonewall as well. I don't know what Christie was doing. It's almost as if he clicked the wrong button on his PlayStation remote or something, man. Slide tackled Ødegaard. And this time, this is one of those things that were just disrespectful, man. We literally gave Havertz the goal. We literally like, Havertz, bro, you have to score it now. You have to. And he did, to be fair to him, man. And look, the best thing about Havertz scoring was the chant we heard, man. That's my favourite chant at Arsenal Football Club. Havertz is not my favourite player. Make no mistake about it. If anything, I'm a Havertz hater. Nothing against, okay, it is against Havertz. I've got a Havertz agenda, to be honest. He's just a bit too slow for me. I've talked about him so many times in Arsenal reviews. Havertz just lacks the intensity in big moments for me. When you're playing against teams that are really good teams, you have to have that intensity, that bite, that tenacious ability to chase down balls. And I just think Havertz lacks that intensity in his game. But today he scored a fantastic goal. And you saw the way he celebrated, man. It was such a relief on his heart, on his behalf, and the whole crowd and all the players celebrated with him. And obviously we heard the chant at the end of the game, the waka waka chant. So yeah, fantastic, man. I love that from Havertz, and hopefully it kicks him into gear now, because look, whether we like Havertz or not, he's going to play a big part this season. And look, and as I always say, right, I'm able to have opinions. Every Arsenal fan has an opinion. I have opinions on certain players. Other fans might disagree. I'm not the biggest Kai Havertz fan. Everyone that's watched this channel before knows that. But I will always say I would rather Arsenal do well and Havertz do well than I be proved right, because I'm an Arsenal fan overall. I would rather Havertz score 10, 15 goals this season and I get proved wrong than Havertz score 5 goals this season and I get proved right. I'm okay to have an opinion, but I will always prefer Arsenal to do well over me being justified to be correct. That's just that's always been my mentality towards it. I feel like other Arsenal fans don't want to dig their names out. They would always rather their opinion be right than Arsenal do well. I just always have that sense and that feeling. Whereas for me, Arsenal doing well is always going to be the priority. Havertz proved me wrong, brother. Genuinely, I'm all for it. If you go score 10, 15 goals this season, I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say, I got it wrong. I'm not Havertz's biggest fan, but I'll back him while he's at this football club, and I'll wish him the absolute best whenever he's in the football team. But yeah, enough about Havertz. He scored his goal to make it 3-0. And at that point, the game was basically over. Bournemouth huffed and puffed a little bit, but as I said at the start of the stream, Bournemouth's the perfect team to play, man. A Bournemouth, a Burnley, a Sheffield United, one of those teams that don't really cause any trouble. It's just an easy game to play against. I knew from minute one we're going to win this game convincingly. And then, of course, Ben White made it 4-0. Good for Ben White to score as well, man. He doesn't get a lot of goals, to be honest. So, yeah, comfortable victory, clean sheet, 4-0 victory, brilliant overall. But the icing and the cherry on the cake was not the fact we won this game 4-0. It was the fact that Man City lost and Manchester United lost. Guys, I can't believe it, man. City have lost. They lost 2-1 to Wolves. Who would have thought? Suddenly, after all the doom and gloom last week after drawing to Tottenham, we're only 1 point behind Man City now, and our next game is Man City at the Emirates. And we're going to beat them, guys, man. We're going to beat Man City at the Emirates. As long as we don't get any injuries from now to the Man City game, I think we're going to beat them. Because Rodri is a massive miss for Man City. I'm calling it now, guys, man. Arsenal will beat Man City next weekend. I'll be streaming on this channel after the game, and we're going to beat them, man. I'm manifesting it right now, guys. Believe Arsenal fans around the world. We're going to beat Man City, hopefully. But yeah, it was nice to see Man City lose today. I didn't watch the game, obviously, because I watched the Arsenal game. But it's always good to see Man City drop points, man. Always good. And now Man City can't go unbeaten. So I was genuinely a little bit fearful about that, man. Obviously, us Arsenal fans, we like having the invincible record. Obviously, Liverpool and Tottenham are still unbeaten as well as us right now. But I still think those teams will lose the game. It was really, the worrying one was Man City, because Man City do have the capability to go a season unbeaten. I never believed they would, but they have the capability to do so. So the fact they've lost today is brilliant. And if we can beat them next week, guys, that's a misery compiler. We can leapfrog them top of the table. So, guys, we need to lock in, man. Lock in big time Arsenal Football Club, because Man City are there for the taking. They've obviously lost Rodri to a red card. He's missing the Arsenal game next week as well. They are a big detriment to their game is when Man City's not playing. Sorry, it's when Rodri's not playing. That guy is a focal point of that football team. If Rodri's not in that side, I'm telling you guys, yeah, they fall off massively, Man City. So we need to take massive advantage of Rodri being out. I believe we can do it, guys. Let me know in the live chat. Do you believe Arsenal could beat Man City? I think we can personally. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a fantastic result. I think certain players that really stood out today. I thought Saka was really good on the right-hand side. Really good. I was a bit surprised that Reece Nelson didn't start. I'll be honest with you guys. Eddie Nketiah didn't have his greatest game. He was good in moments, but I always believe that Gabriel Jesus is better down the middle and Reece Nelson should have started on the left-hand side. That's just my personal opinion on it. I'm a massive fan of Reece Nelson. I think he deserves way more minutes. Hopefully by a Man City game, either Martinelli or Trossard, or hopefully both, are back in contention anyway. But yeah, I was a bit surprised to not see Reece Nelson start, especially given his goal in midweek to beat Brentford. But either way, man, we got the result and that's what matters. I don't expect Eddie Nketiah to start on the weekend against Man City, so I'm not too worried about that. I just think Jesus on the left-hand side, for him to keep his width, which he was doing today, by the way, because the biggest thing that I was saying about Jesus against Tottenham was that he wasn't keeping his width. And Arsenal always are best when we attack wide and our wingers keep the width. It's the tenet of football. Anyone that's played football knows this. You attack wide, you defend narrow. It's case in point what the rules have been about football ever since the dawn of football time, basically. And the problem was with Jesus, because he's naturally a striker, against Tottenham, he was coming too central. And what that meant was we didn't have enough space in the wings, and Pedro Paul was brought in as well. So it made Tottenham defending easier against us. Today against Bournemouth, Jesus kept his width. He stayed very wide and he stretched the Bournemouth defence. And that allowed space for Ødegaard, Havertz, right in the middle of the pitch to create some danger around the penalty box. And as I always say on this channel, guys, it's not rocket science. Who's the danger man in Arsenal Football Club? It's Martin Odegaard. So if you get Martin Odegaard on the football, good things tend to happen. It's just the way it goes, man. He's the metronome, he's the maestro, he's the magician in this Arsenal side. And lo and behold, Odegaard gets on the football and he makes a few of the goals. So I think there's no coincidence in that happening whatsoever. So Jesus staying wide was a good thing in this game, but I still do reserve the right to believe that our strongest 11, if Martinelli and Trossard are out, would be Reece Nelson at left wing and Jesus down the middle. That's just my thoughts. Nothing against Eddie Nketiah. I don't think he had an awful game today, but I think everyone can see that if Arsenal want to reach that next level of fighting for the title and winning the title, we're going to need a top striker up there. And Eddie Nketiah isn't that. And although Jesus is better than Nketiah, I don't believe Jesus is a top striker either for Arsenal Football Club, but I do believe that he deserves to start through the middle over Eddie Nketiah. That's my personal opinion on it, guys. Let me know your thoughts on live chat. Let's get into some of your comments, though, man, because I'm interested to hear what you guys are thinking. Anish, appreciate joining the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. What a win. City lost, United lost. Just hope Tottenham draw today is perfection. I agree, man. Guys, Arsenal fans, what do you want the score to be between Liverpool and Tottenham? I will be streaming after Tottenham versus Liverpool on this channel, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe down below if you're on around here, because you do not want to miss it. I will be streaming straight after Tottenham versus Liverpool at around 7:30 today on this channel. I want to draw as well, personally. I think a draw will be perfect. If Liverpool win, I'll be so annoyed. I'll be so annoyed if Liverpool win, because I just know that we've got the beating of Spurs. I'm still annoyed today that we drew to Tottenham, guys. Still so annoyed, because I know that we've got more than enough ability to beat Tottenham Hotspur, man. More than enough ability. We just didn't perform on the day. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I agree with you, man. City lost, United lost, Arsenal won. The perfect day for Arsenal. Genuinely, guys. The perfect day. Villa finished 6 on De Zerbi. Villa scored Brighton. Yeah, I watched that game as well. Villa were fantastic, man. Ollie Watkins scored a hat-trick. Brighton couldn't get near them. Their defense was absolutely horrible in that game. So yeah, big up Aston Villa. Great game. I agree, man. What a fantastic game. I thought, oh, crap, I should have stuck with my original prediction. But then the added time goal made it irrelevant. Don't worry, Jeff, I would have given you a shout out if you got it right. Don't worry, because I know you put 3-0. That was my bad. I preview Arsenal games in this channel, right? And in the preview, I said that Arsenal were missing Rice, Saka, Saliba, Vieira, all those players, right? Trossard, Martinelli, what's his name? Partey, Timber, etc. Because that's what I thought. Every Arsenal fan thought that. When I saw the lineup, I was scratching my eyes thinking, is this right? Is this the right game? How is Rice back? How's Saliba back? How's Saka back? I thought they were all injured. So I think it was so good that they were back into the team. Obviously, it's a bit of a shame that Saka came off injured at the end of the game. Although I do want to give a caveat, I don't believe it's an extended injury. I do believe that Saka will be back in time. Hopefully, I do want to add a caveat. Hopefully back in time for the game against Man City. I'm less worried about the game against Lens, to be honest. If he misses the game against Lens in midweek, so be it. I'm not too downbeat about that. But I just hope Saka's back for the Man City game, honestly. But honestly, whoever the physio is, whoever the sports scientists are, the doctors are, Arsenal Football Club, they've been doing some overtime work to get Rice, Saka, and Saliba back fit for the game. Because as far as I was concerned, they all missed training. So I don't know what was happening there. Maybe Arteta had a little trick up his sleeve and was he keeping the cards close to his chest with that one. But either way, man, I'm just glad that they were all back into the team, because trust me, guys, without Rice, Saka, and Saliba, I still think we would have won the game today against Bournemouth. Make no mistake about it. We're still a better team than Bournemouth, with or without those 3 players. But it makes such a big difference, man. Because look, people talk about injuries here, injuries there. Arsenal have suffered a lot of injuries this season, man. A lot of injuries. Thank God we've got actually decent squad depth this season. We haven't got amazing squad depth, but our squad depth is semi-decent now, where we can afford to keep afloat despite our injuries. Because trust me, if that was last season and 8 of our starting players got out injured, there's no way we're fighting for the title. Absolutely no chance. We'd be in a top 4 race, if that. Plus, our goal difference is better at 9. Yes, I was saying that as well, man. Goal difference is so important. I'm so happy we won this game 4-0, because although we've won games this season, right, we've won 4, drawn 2 before today, now it becomes 5 wins and 2 draws. All our wins this season have basically been close games. Even the Manchester United win, which we won 3-1, right, it was a close game. We scraped it. We scored 2 goals in the final minutes. So the fact we're able to now win convincingly, massive benefit, man. I think our away form has been fantastic this season. That's 3 wins away from home, 6 goals, 3 clean sheets out of 3. Our away form, we're laser focused. I don't know what it is, man. Away from home, it's like business trips. We go in, clean up with business, leave. Clean sheet, goals, everyone's happy. But at home, we're a little bit leaky. We're a little bit like fragile at times. We're letting goals. I don't know what it is, man. We need to fix our home form, because notoriously, away games are tougher than home games. I don't know why we're struggling so much in home games to keep clean sheets and scraping results at times. Either way, away games, it's so important to win those football matches, man. And today we thought we were fantastic, because in the game against Everton and Crystal Palace, although we were well worth our wins, we well deserved to win both those games 1-0. They were still only 1-0. So they were, I wouldn't say nervous, but they were a little bit anxious towards the end of the game. Today, I had my feet up by 60 minutes, man. I was calm, eating my popcorn, checking out the Man City score. That was the best thing for me. So, yeah, really good. I love the fact we won this game 4-0 because you need that. I feel like this season for Arsenal fans, myself included, it's been so frantic. It's been like a roller coaster. We're only in September, and already I'm scratching my hair out. My heartbeat's rising. My hairs are going grey because the game's been so tight and so tense. The Man United game went down to the final whistle. The game against Fulham going down to the final whistle, etc. So many games at Arsenal have been going down to the wire. It was nice today to have just a really calming game, a really calm, easy game where we were basically winning from minute one, and then the result never really looked out of sight to me. So yeah, I'm really delighted with the fact that how that game went. He needs to be rested for the City game in a few weeks. Yes, I don't think Saka should start against Lens on the weekend. I agree. What a win here. Man City lost 2, Man United lost. Yeah, fantastic day for Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic day. So yeah, 100% agree with you right here. Brilliant day overall. Arsenal win, Man City lose, Man United lose. We're now 1 point off Man City, guys. And I'm telling you right now, we're beating Man City next Sunday. I'm calling it right here on this channel. If you believe as well, let me know in the live chat. But I do believe we're beating Man City next weekend. We're going to beat them, man. I'm calling it right here. And if you are new around here, guys, 89 people watching right now, make sure you do subscribe on my road to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit the bell notification button as well so you never miss a future stream. I stream after every single Arsenal game on this channel. I get involved in the live chat, hear your guys' thoughts as well. I will be streaming as well on this channel after Tottenham versus Liverpool in about a couple hours' time. Can't wait to watch that game as well. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. I feel so jealous with this, knowing my team won't win a title for at least 5 years or so. Don't worry about Chelsea, man. Chelsea will come good at some point. I hope they don't, but you never know. Justin, I appreciate your stream, my friend. Hope you're doing really well. Up the Gunners indeed, man. Brilliant stuff. Fantastic performance overall from Arsenal. And look, it could have got tricky. Obviously, once I saw our starting 11, I was much more confident. But before the game, I was thinking, if Rice is out, if Saliba's out, if Saka's out, it could be a bit of a banana peel game. But at the same time, I knew we were playing Bournemouth, so I was semi-confident, to be honest. I just got one score correct, West Ham versus Sheffield United. But that was a banker, to be honest. We definitely can. He's not mine. Can't stand him as a player. Eddie and Kai are Mikel's favourites. Well, here's the thing, right? I'm not an Eddie and Nketiah fan either, and I'm not a Kai Havertz fan either, to be honest. But when you've got players out injured, that's what happens. Certain players come into the team. For Kai Havertz, I'm just happy he got the win, to be honest, man. Really happy he got the goal, to be honest. I'm really happy he contributed to the win. The thing with Kai Havertz is, right, I just don't rate Kai Havertz because he's not intense. That's the thing. I like intense footballers. And when I say intense, I don't mean scrapping, aggressive, fighting. I mean fast players. Players that move at pace, that make decisions quickly, pass quickly, shoot quickly, run quickly. Players that have pace in their game. Have you noticed last season, Arsenal were one of the youngest teams in the Premier League, and that helped us to be really intense. We ran quickly, we sprinted quickly, we attacked players, we went for their throats. Now I feel with Havertz, he just slows the game down too much. There was times where he was put through right in behind, and he just took a little time to cross the ball or shoot. Everything was just a little bit delayed with his game. He hasn't got that intensity about the game that Xhaka had, for example. So I just think that needs to be drilled into him. Now, whether you can coach that, I don't believe so. I think you're either born with it or you're not. But I just, for that reason, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Same with Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe, I have no doubt about his ability, but I just think he's not intense at times. Villa won 10 in a row at Villa Park. Yeah, big up Aston Villa, been fantastic under Unai Emery. A tough game for anyone, trust me. ESR and Tierney aren't liked by Mikel. Yeah, I agree with that. Look, Emil Smith-Rowe took so long to get on the pitch today, man. You can tell Smith-Rowe is not a fan by Mikel. Here's my thing about Smith-Rowe, right, guys? And let me know in the live chat if you agree. Mikel Arteta does not like Emil Smith-Rowe. I believe that. I 100% agree with you, right? Mikel Arteta made a big point about how he has to be ruthless. He's manager of Arsenal Football Club. He's dropped Ramsdale, for example. He has to be ruthless. He also comes out and says Smith-Rowe's done so well. I really like how he's dedicating himself. He deserves a run in the team. Look, you don't like Emil Smith-Rowe because if you did, you would play him in more matches. Sell him then. Sell him because don't let this kid's career rot on the Arsenal bench. You are the manager. I have faith in you as a manager. If you want to sell Smith-Rowe, sell Smith-Rowe. I think he doesn't want to sell Smith-Rowe because he feels bad because he's a Haaland product and the Arsenal fans love him. But you're the manager, brother. Mikel Arteta, you're the manager. If you want to sell Smith-Rowe, sell Smith-Rowe. Don't waste his talent and don't waste his career on the Arsenal bench because he's better than that. Smith-Rowe is better than a bench player. If you want to sell him, man. Just don't let him rot on the Arsenal bench. That's my personal opinion on it. Because at least you can get some money for Smith-Rowe as well. So yeah, either play him more often. I'm not saying start him because he doesn't deserve to start. But either play him more often or sell him. Do one or two. Don't just let him camp on the bench because it's too much of a good quality and good potential player to just be sitting on this Arsenal bench. Also, congrats to Luton Town for their first ever points in the Premier League. Yeah, they beat Everton. Everton needs to go down, in my opinion, man. No offense to Everton, but they have to go down. They've just been stinking up the Premier League. We've got City soon. Next week, we have Manchester City. That is a massive, massive game. And it becomes even bigger now that Man City lost because if we win that game against Man City, we go above them in the Premier League. Trust me, it's a massive psychological boost. I'm glad. Myself as well. Stephen, appreciate you on stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Beat City next week, we are right in the title mix. Boy, I'm telling you for a fact we are, man. Even right now, we are. Even if we draw against Man City, we are. But I want to beat them, man, because without Rodri, we'll never get a better time to beat Man City, guys. Trust me when I say that. Without Rodri, we will never get a better time to beat Man City, because without Rodri, they're a completely different team. With Rodri, they win this game. Rodri is such a massive part of Man City. Trust me, guys. If you ask me if there's one player Man City are going to be missing against that game against Arsenal, I would say Rodri. I wouldn't say Haaland. I wouldn't say Bernardo Silva or Kyle Walker or Alvarez. I would say Rodri. Rodri is a pivotal, integral part of that Man City team. A Man City team without Rodri is a completely different Man City side. Calvin Phillips cannot even lace the boots of Rodri. So I'm so glad he's missing in that game. Great result, mate, as well, 100%, Scott, man. Appreciate you on stream, my friend. 100%, brilliant result. We have to rest as a team and play a B team on Tuesday. Yeah, obviously it's a Champions League, so you can't rest too much. But I do believe that we should be having a lot of rotation against Lens. Look, Lens are the pot 4 team. We should be beating them. Case in point, we have to beat Lens on the weekend. I agree with you. I'd play the likes of Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, Nketiah, Vieira, Havertz, Jorginho. Those type of players should play against Lens. Zuhud, appreciate you on stream, my friend. Appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing really well. Elneny and ESR to 10 rescue. Yeah, but there we go, man. That's time for Elneny and ESR to get in the pitch against Lens. SA10, appreciate you on stream, my friend. Bad result for United. Manchester have won the best lineups in the Premier League, still can't win. Still don't know why fans crying about Glazers in spite of a great lineup. Well, here's the thing, my friend. I predicted a draw between Man United and Crystal Palace, so I just did not think they'd win that game. United are in disarray 100%, man. Really doing badly. I mean, look, they've obviously lost today. Obviously, 4 losses, 3 wins this season, I do believe. I didn't watch the games. I was watching the Arsenal game, of course. But trust me, there's a lot that needs to be fixed up at Manchester United, man. A lot that needs to change. See United tears, yes, 100%, man. What a perfect day, man. What a perfect day. Obviously, we've got the game later today. I would love a draw between Liverpool and Tottenham. Arsenal fans, what result would you like? I personally would love a draw between Tottenham and Liverpool later today. But yeah, perfect day overall. SN8, the whole club is in disarray, 100%, man. I'm glad City lost. Oh my God, that made my day when Man City lost. Made my day. Eddie's positioning was terrible, bro. I agree with you, Anish, to an extent. Look, Eddie didn't have his greatest game. I don't think he was horrible, but I just think with Eddie Nketiah, right, he's just not lethal. That's his thing. Look, Arsenal have improved their team season in, season out for the past 3 years. We've gone from finishing 8th to 5th to 2nd and now hoping to win the Premier League. That is jumping up 3 places every season. And Eddie Nketiah's been the same striker. What's happened in every single position on the football pitch, we've improved. From finishing 8th to 5th to 2nd, our team's improved. Our wingers have improved. Our cam has improved. Our defense has improved. But our striker hasn't. Obviously, we brought in Jesus, but Eddie Nketiah's been the same striker when we're finishing 8th. So a striker that's helping us to finish 2nd. So if your striker's not improving, you can only go so far. Like, there's no... Arsenal are basically playing... Now, I'm not going to say with 10 men, because that's really harsh. But we're playing without a lethal striker. You can only go so far without a top striker in this league. And that's the way it is. And Eddie Nketiah is not a top striker. He's not an assassin. And unfortunately, whether we like it or not, he's always going to be compared to Erling Haaland because his competition is Erling Haaland. If you want to compete with Man City, player for player, you have to compete. And Erling Haaland is a miles better player than Eddie Nketiah. And until we get a player that is very hard to match Erling Haaland, but at least gets close to Erling Haaland, we're going to struggle. That's why I'm crying out for us to sign someone like Ivan Toney in January, because I know Ivan Toney can get you 20 goals a season. He proved it last year for Brentford. So for me, if you're Arsenal Football Club, you have to sign a striker. I'd go for one in January. If you've got the big name about you, if you've got some kind of confidence, I think we can go on for the title, I'd sign a big name striker in January. But if not in January, at least in the summer, man. Get a top striker. It's Happy Day Mali, 100%, man. Sadly, I think Arsenal will beat Man City and win the title. I bloody hope so, man. I predicted Arsenal to win the league at the start of the season. I hope we do. I'm glad both sides of Manchester lost. I live here and they love to take the mick. Yeah, man, so am I. Liverpool 4 on Tottenham. Wow. Hey, look, if Liverpool beat Tottenham, I will be slightly disappointed. I won't be disappointed because Tottenham lost. I'll be disappointed because I know that we should have beaten Tottenham, man. We should have beaten Tottenham last weekend. So if Tottenham lose today, I'll be like, why did we not beat Tottenham last week? Man, it still hurts me now. Sorry to hear that. Draw wanted. Yeah, I agree. I want to draw later today as well. Maybe a Tottenham win, but it's Liverpool, so a draw would be great. Yeah, I agree. I'll be reviewing the game after live on this channel, so subscribe, hit the bell notifications so you do not miss it. Liverpool versus Tottenham, or Tottenham versus Liverpool, reaction coming about 7:30 today, straight after the game. Melkamu, appreciate your stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Liverpool versus Tottenham 2-2. Decent prediction. I think I'd put that as well, to be fair. I'll be honest, I think Tottenham might win this. I just got a funny feeling Tottenham might win this game. We have Saliba said that in his French interview, he would have won the league if he hadn't got injured. I agree, man. I think if Saliba didn't get injured, we would have won the Premier League last season. But that's why you need depth, because injuries are part of football, man. Injuries are going to happen, so you got to make sure you compete with or without injuries. Is the pressure, the crowd? Yeah, we bottled it last season, man. Bottled it. The fans was on form today, 100%, man. Doing really well, the Arsenal fans. That's all I heard. And the Kai Havertz song, man. Guys, sing it along with me. Waka waka, summer num, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. That's the best part about Kai Havertz, man. The fact that chart's the best part about him. I almost want him to score just for the chart. How's the chart better than the player, man? That's crazy. Arsenal defy football principles, rough at home, smooth away. 100%, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. We struggle at home, but we do so well away from home. I genuinely do not get it. 107 people watching. Yeah, it's died down now, but I understand because the game's about to start. But yeah, I appreciate all the support on the stream today. Great views, 100%, man. Well, yeah, I think my team will come good because most teams will at some point. But the question is, will I live to see it, brother? It's so dramatic, man. It's been 2 months of Pochettino, man. You got time. I'm reviewing the game after on Monday anyway. So Fulham, Chelsea, I'll be reviewing the game live on my channel on Monday evening. So feel free to stay tuned for that, C1, man. It's high so my Arsenal it's high time Arsenal get a world-class striker. Given the tension between, by the way, Napoli and Osimhen and links with Ivan Toney, I'm feeling good for winter transfer window. Yes, we need a top striker. Now, whether we go for Victor Osimhen, I'm not too sure. We can go for him. And look, as you said, the tensions are very high right there. He needs to get out of Napoli, man. The way they treat that brother is so unjust, man. It's racism at its finest. How has Napoli brought them their first title in yonks and they still don't respect the guy? It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, Osimhen needs to get out of Napoli. Now, whether we sign him or not, I'm not too sure. I'd love to get Ivan Toney because I know he's Premier League proven. But either Osimhen would be a fantastic striker from us. Absolutely fantastic. E-man, I appreciate John Drew, my friend. Hope you're doing really well. Can we play away from home all the time? Brother, trust me, man. Trust me, I'm thinking the same thing. Can we play away from home every single week? Control and professional performance, dictating the tempo, ruthless in the final third when we need to be, and good in defensive areas as well. Brother, I'm 100% in agreement with you, man. 100%, brother. Well, completely different team away from home. Away from home, we look comfortable. As you said, our defense is solid. We attack well. I think what it is, right, because away from home, we have a lot of ball possession and the teams can't play a low block. It actually suits us. At home, teams play a low block and try and counterattack. And that doesn't really suit us because we actually struggle in transition a lot. But yeah, I'll be reviewing the game after with a tactical analysis with my good friend Rami from the Stats Optics. So make sure you stay tuned, hit the notification button. Tomorrow morning, hopefully we'll be able to get a tactical analysis out for this game. We're going to talk about that, why our away form is so different to our home form in that analysis. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys. Facts. If Everton goes down, Liverpool fans are going to cry, bro. You think? I want Everton to go down, to be honest. Nothing against Everton, but I just think I just hate their football, to be honest. I absolutely hate their football. We need the 3 points against the current champions. We need to start breaking cycles. Imagine what that win would do to the managers and players. Yes, I agree, man. If we beat Man City, we could go on to win this Premier League title, man, because we've had a voodoo against beating Man City. Obviously, we beat them in the Charity Shield and we beat them in the FA Cup, etc. But I can't remember the last time we beat Man City in the Premier League. I genuinely can't remember the last time. We need to beat them in the Premier League now, man. We have to. And the game's at home. They're missing Rodri. We've got a bit of momentum now after beating Bournemouth 4-0. It's a good time to play Man City. Man City have lost their last Premier League game. We've won our last Premier League game before playing Man City. Remember last season, guys, going into that game against Man City, we came off the back of, I believe, drawing to Brentford and losing to Man City in the FA Cup. So obviously, we've lost in our previous games going into the Man City game. Same happened when we played them away from home. Now it's reversed. Man City have lost going into the Arsenal game and Arsenal have won going into the Man City game. So hopefully that's a bit of a psychological boost there. We can put Misery Compiler on Man City. Add the late game to finish 1-1 as a prediction. I'm going to give my prediction. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Tottenham Hotspur. I think they'll win, unfortunately. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. But I hope a 1-1 draw, 2-2. Jordy, appreciate your stream, my friend. They'll be doing really well. How are the lads? Newcastle winning again, man, beating Burnley. To be fair, they should have beaten Burnley. Burnley is struggling. Congrats to Arsenal fans. Both of us getting clean sheets. Let's go. Newcastle doing really well, man. They had a bit of a rough start after beating Aston Villa like 5-1 on the first game of the season for them. They lost their last few games, but they managed to beat Sheffield United. Won again today. Obviously beat Brentford weeks before as well. Newcastle doing really well, man. Beat Man City in midweek as well. Man City have lost 2 on the bounce. Can Arsenal make it 3? Obviously, they got the Champions League game in midweek, so Man City probably going to win that game. But you never know, man. Either way, big up Newcastle. Hopefully, they realize that becoming invincible in the league is one of the hardest achievements to do. 100%, man. 100%. Waste of money, Havertz. Yeah, I agree. Havertz is a waste of money. Ellen, appreciate your stream, man. I hope you're doing really well. Yeah, he's a massive waste of money, man. Absolute waste of money. I couldn't believe he scored. Genuinely, I could not believe it. But look, it's about damn time he finally scores, man. It's a penalty. I could have scored a penalty. Liverpool's only derbies against Everton. If they go down, no more derbies for them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of Liverpool fans obviously want the derby of Everton. They relish it. But at least with Liverpool, right, they've still got Manchester United to play. And they obviously are going to really like playing against teams like Manchester United because that's a massive rivalry in the Premier League. So Liverpool will do just fine. I want Everton to go down personally. That's just my personal opinion on it. But guys, we won convincing victory against Bournemouth, 4-0. But the best news of the day is Man City lost as well. Fantastic stuff. I will be watching Liverpool versus Tottenham. In fact, let me put it on my iPad for now as I continue the stream because I do want to see what's happening with Liverpool versus Tottenham, man. Hopefully it ends with a draw. That's my personal review on it. I do plan to stream after the game, so make sure you stay tuned. I will be dropping a tactical analysis of Bournemouth versus Arsenal. My good friend, the Stats Optic, Rami from there. He does all sorts of analysis on the game. Does it like his like pie charts and all that stuff, and we analyze the plays, the stats, all the what's called the facts from the game. It's a really good series we do on this channel. So make sure you subscribe for that, man, because you especially want to hear about all of that, all of the things regarding the game. Well, Tottenham might be through here. No, never mind. There's this thing about having form would be correct, except for one detail. The Champions League fixtures this week, Man City, if they win, will get momentum back. I agree with you, but the thing about Man City is, right, they're proving that without Rodri, they struggle. They struggle big time without Rodri. And look, how many times have we seen a team, right, play in the Champions League, have a little bit of a bad day, and then they have a little bit bad day in the Premier League, play in the Champions League, and then they get their form back. So yeah, massive stuff, man. I still think Arsenal have good chance against Man City next weekend, with or without winning in midweek. And they're a team that if they lose one game, they'll take it out on the next game. See, I thought that C1, but they lost today. They lost to Newcastle midweek against Newcastle. Now they've won today. So who knows, man. Ed, I appreciate the super chat, man. You didn't need to do that, brother, man. You didn't need to do that. But yeah, appreciate the super chat, man. I was and he is brother. He is my brother, man. That's bro. He's literally. You don't need to super chat me, man. He's literally my brother. But yeah, no, he doesn't even like football, man. My brother does not even watch football, so I don't know why he's done that. Bro, you got the same surname as me, man. You can't mock it. But yeah, Arsenal 4-0 win. Temporarily, I do believe second in the table. Actually, no, we're not because Tottenham are playing Liverpool. But yeah, either way, done really well in this game. I will be watching the highlights for the Man City and Man United game because I missed it. I've got on me on the side right now the Liverpool game against Tottenham. I will be watching that game fully as well because that's a fantastic fixture. But overall, I'm just absolutely delighted that Arsenal were able to beat Bournemouth today. Hopefully, the good news continues as we continue in our next game in midweek against Lens. Hopefully, a lot of rotation in that game. And then, of course, we play against Man City next weekend in the massive football match, guys. I cannot wait for it. All Liverpool through. Oh, good luck, man. Good luck. But yeah, I'm going to start to round up this stream now because I'm going to go watch the Tottenham versus Liverpool game. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. If you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe on my road to 5,000 subscribers. If you just tuned in now, want to hear all about my thoughts on Arsenal or Bournemouth nil Arsenal, make sure you do scroll right back to start stream so you can hear all about my feelings as well. Are you streaming the Forest game tomorrow? Absolutely not. Couldn't care one bit about Forest versus Brentford. Sorry, Forest and Brentford fans, but I just couldn't, man. I'll be streaming on Monday for Fulham versus Chelsea, though. So I'll be streaming later today for Tottenham versus Liverpool, and then on Monday for Fulham versus Chelsea. We'll have a break tomorrow, but tomorrow I'll have the tactical analysis out between Bournemouth versus Arsenal, so content will still be out. I've been wonderful. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in, and hope to catch you all